another top 10 list for the fall, except Nish. Let's get to it. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is Daniel here, and we're going to be going over my top 10 list for the fall. This is going to be the Nish edition. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Coming in at number 10 is going to be Ferris by the brand 1692. So this is actually a very interesting fragrance. This is based off the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So the notes are actually quite interesting. So you're gonna get things like funnel cake, bright blue skies, Wrigley's Field out in Chicago. You got, what else, salted pretzel, that type of stuff. But it's a very airy, very light scent. And I don't think I ever smelled anything like this. It has like this cakiness to it, but again, it's not very, very sweet. Or shit, actually, no, it's pretty damn sweet. A great fragrance for the fall when it starts to kind of transition from hot sunny days into the cooler days. It's gonna be 1692's Ferris. Now at number 9, for this one, I actually have two from the same house. This is gonna be Parfums de Marleys Pegasus. A very creamy, woody almond. That almond's really gonna, oh man, really be pronounced in this one. You get some creaminess from the sandalwood at the base. Has a great vanilla note in the base as well. But a very smooth, very creamy almond scent. I keep on smelling this one. Another great one for the fall. So Parfums de Marleys Pegasus. So this is gonna be a very interesting one because not too many people have heard of this house, I believe, in my opinion. But this is gonna be from, I believe it's like a shaving kind of brand. They sell like shave soaps, aftershaves, all that type of stuff. But this is gonna be from the brand of Barrister and Mann. This is going to be Leviathan. So with Leviathan, you get coffee, but it's not gonna be like that typical like creamy coffee. It's gonna be like a strong black coffee. I imagine this to me smells like you're walking into an old rustic coffee shop where it's brand new wood. You know, you serve a fresh cup of coffee right there, and you're just wearing a leather jacket because it's a little chilly as well. But yeah, the main players in this notes are obviously wood, leather, and coffee, specifically black coffee. But yeah, so coming in at number 8 is going to be Leviathan by Barrister and Mann. Another one by Parfums de Marleys is going to be Layton. One of the first niche fragrances that I got my nose on, and it's compared to, I believe, like a spicy apple pie, or I guess apple pie is typically spicy because of cinnamon and like all that type of stuff. And obviously, if you're going to be into fragrances, you're going to know Layton by Parfums de Marleys. It's very spicy. It kind of, if you've got your nose on Hugo Boss's the Boss bottled EDP, it's similar to that, except more amped up. It's sweet, it's spicy. It has like this little bit of freshness in there, but it's so great in the fall. I love this stuff. Layton by Parfums de Marleys, coming in at number 7. And you know me, I always have to include my freshies. This one's gonna be more like a full-bodied freshie. This is, when I smell this one, I feel like I get something a little bit different. So anyways, coming in at number 6 is going to be by Gallagher Fragrances. This is Pearfecto. So obviously, by the name, pear is gonna be the main player in this one. I mean, yeah, you do get pear, but gosh, with this one, I get like fresh cut, like trees, fresh cut like Christmas trees. I get like this pininess. And mostly it's the driftwood mixed with the patchouli is gonna give it this nice kind of damp woodiness. I know this one's made for like the summer, spring area, but this really shines for me in the fall. It is actually quite potent. When you try this one, just kind of keep an open mind and just think about when I say it smells like fresh cut Christmas trees. This is going to be Pearfecto by Gallagher Fragrances, coming in at number 6. Number 5, this is actually probably my first coffee scent that I ever purchased, and I'm glad I did because it got discontinued pretty dang quick. It got re-released, but they cut it out again. This is going to be Arabica by Terrence Hughes. This bottle has seen better days, that's for sure. Oh man, so this is gonna be a coffee tincture that Aaron made himself, and it's paired with lavender. So you're gonna get a lot of lavender, a lot of coffee. It's a very unique pairing. I believe the only other fragrance that I have that has that same pairing is going to be, I think it's from the high-end Dior line. I believe it's called Eau Noire. Yeah, so I believe it's called Eau Noire. So that one has a coffee and lavender pairing. So this one does as well. And you do pick up a lot of lavender in this one, mixed with that coffee, but man, it is just a beautifully done coffee scent. If you're not really into, I'm gonna lose my balance here. If you're not really into like that heavy, sweet, creamy coffees, this is one that does it very, very well. It's very floral, obviously with that lavender in there. And just that coffee just kind of gives like this nice little like sweet punch. Definitely one of my favorites for the fall and going into the winter as well. This sucker is potent. You literally only need one spray and that's it. That's how potent it is. So coming in at number 5 is going to be Arabica by Aaron Terrence Hughes. These next 4 are going to be some heavy hitters, that's for sure. Just some of my favorites, obviously, because they're going to be my top 4. So coming in at number 4 is going to be Hendley, is going to be Bourbon Oda Cologne. So they do have the regular bourbon, I believe it's Perfect Straight. I've never smelled that one before, but from what I heard, it's a very, I don't want to say it's an unwearable fragrance, but I heard people say that there's a special time to wear that one. Don't know when, but there is going to be a special time to wear that one. This is going to be a little more wearable. So again, I'm a huge fan of bourbon. This bourbon it smells like after you drink a glass of bourbon and you leave that glass overnight and the next morning you smell it, and that's kind of like, get this, super heavily oaked bourbon. You get some vanilla in there. Oh man, this stuff is great. So this is going to be the Eau de Cologne version. So coming in at number 4 is going to be Hendley's Bourbon Eau de Cologne. Number 3 is going to be Nishane's. Nishane's? I mean, I don't know, tomato tomato, right? So this is going to be Fan Your Flames. Oh man. This has the note of coconut in it. And I'm not too big a fan of coconut, but this is done just right. So you're gonna get coconut, you're gonna get rum, you're gonna get tobacco. Those 3 are, to me, are like the main players. You get some woodiness from the cedar right there. But gosh, this is such a great fragrance. It's a Parfum extract, so it is quite potent, I should say. This is gonna be Fan Your Flames by Nishane, coming in at number 3. Yeah, number 3. This is gonna be a fun one right here. This is going to be Pop by Tsvga Parfums, coming in at number 2. This one inspired by the drink of root beer. And you get that root beer in here. I feel like this one you're going into like a barrel room and drinking root beer. heavy root beer. If you're not a fan of root beer, then you probably might not enjoy this one. But as a kid, I used to always love drinking root beer. That's probably one of my favorite sodas when I was growing up. Okay, root beer upon root beer. You get some willingness as well. In the dry down, it tends to change a little bit, so you don't get too much root beer. You get this really, this nice kind of, I don't want to say smoky, but in the sense it is a bit smoky, kind of a woodiness in the dry down. But great stuff. If you haven't got your nose in it, definitely try it. Coming in number 2 is going to be Pop by Tsvga Parfums. Now our number 1 is another coffee-based fragrance, and I love this stuff. Gosh, this stuff is amazing. So this is going to be Awake by Akro. Quite the opposite from Leviathan that I mentioned earlier, and also, what was the other one? Arabica. This is gonna be like that sweet, kind of milky type coffee scent. It's so comforting, so cozy. Oh my gosh, this stuff is great. I feel like it kind of like energizes me. Like with the name Awake, just that coffee smell, like when you spray it, first in the morning, you have that first sip of coffee, you get, some nice cream there. A very creamy, sweet coffee scent with this one. That's why it's at my number 1. This is going to be Awake by Akro. And there you have it. That is my top 10 list, niche edition for the fall. Thank you guys so much, really appreciate it for joining me in this video. Do me a huge favor, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button. If you want, leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much, I'll see you in the next one.